Welcome to the LeaderTreks Youth Ministry Trainingcast with Doug Franklin, where we help youth workers like yourself be intentional.
Welcome to the LeaderTreks Trainingcast. My name is Doug.
And I'm Taryn.
And we switched it up this time, and I'm glad I got through all that because
Good job.
I didn't really memorize it. But anyhow,
5 stars.
That would be a good rating. All right, so today we're talking about internship, and it's great that we're talking about that now because it's right at the beginning of the summer. I'm staring, you can't see this, I'm staring at all the intern gifts that you get if you come to LeaderTreks. Tons of gifts over here, backpacks, t-shirts, water bottle, like all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah. And I'm realizing how much time and energy we put into our internship program. But I come to realize that I've talked to a lot of college students over time about the internship program here, and they have some concerns right off the bat.
Sure.
Like they wonder, am I just going to be doing nothing? Am I just going to be sitting around? Am I just going to be doing what you don't want to do?
Right.
Am I going to be cleaning toilets? I'm going to be
getting coffee.
Right. And I've realized that to have a really great internship program, you got to have really meaningful things for students to do. And that includes teaching.
Yes.
That includes mentoring. That includes planning and doing strategic stuff. So we're in that season now of thinking about how are we going to make our interns experience great.
Yes.
And we want to be able to do that. And I think it's really important for the Big C church because we're not just developing people that are going to work in our youth ministry this summer or our camp or our whatever. We're actually developing workers in the kingdom of God for the next 40 or 50 years. And some of the things that they do this very summer are going to set their life on a course, on a trajectory of service for a long time to come. And so I think it's really important for us to be thinking about how do we make the internship great at our church this summer, our camp, or whoever might be listening to this. So, Taryn, you were an intern for us many years ago. People are looking at you right now going, well, I think she's 15. How young was she when she started? No, Taryn's actually quite a bit older than 15. And you were an intern, I would say, 7 or 8 years ago for us. And you've moved your way up now to head of training. But when you were an intern here, what motivated you to want to do an internship while you were in college?
I think like most interns, and I hope people hear this really clearly, I wanted to be developed. I wanted to serve, but I really wanted to be poured into. I wanted to walk out with really practical ministry experience, having done real ministry, having contributed in a very real way. And that's why LeaderTreks made so much sense, because I knew I was going to get thrown into the midst of student ministry and actually get to lead and practice leading in a way that my college classes didn't give me the opportunity to do so. I wanted to get out and do something and not just sit in the classroom.
I think a lot of college students they want to put into practice what they're learning. They want to get started. They don't want to wait the 4 years. So that's great. I love that. So you've done a lot of development inside of our internship program over time, especially on training and different things.
Sure.
And you created this great tool, this internship blueprint, how to develop a blueprint at your church or your camp on how to develop an intern and give them a great experience. So start with, what do I need to do? What's the first step in kind of building a blueprint for an internship that's really going to give students what they want?
The first step is to create a profile with your intern. I think a lot of us fall into, when we're running an internship program, this feeling that every intern basically needs the same thing. And I don't think we could be more wrong. I think every intern is different, and what they're gifted at is different. The work environment that they need is different. And so I like to start by creating a really strong profile, getting to know as much as I can about an intern. I'm talking about things like, what are they passionate about? What are they burdened by? What skills, what hard skills do they feel like they have at this point? What soft skills and character traits are really prominent in their life right now? I like to ask questions like, how do they like to communicate? Or what is the work environment that is best for them? Do they like to collaborate on an idea? Or do they like to be given a project and just sent off to try that? If I don't know those really unique traits and details about an intern, I'm going to have a hard time creating a personalized development plan for them.
So is that what the profile is for? I mean, I think most of us are like, I need a summer intern because I need someone to help me with games or the pool party this summer or camp. but it really, you're saying it's not that. It's really finding out who they are, and then what? I find out this profile, and then what does it lead me to?
It leads you to a growth plan. It leads you to helping them create a trajectory of what they could grow towards. I think a lot of times I think of it in LeaderTreks language of as is and should be. When I'm going to make a growth plan, I'm going to start to project to what could that intern,
what's their potential?
Yeah,
what's their potential?
Exactly. Yeah. And I like to get really specific in this area because otherwise I think we set kind of immeasurable goals. So I like to look at setting a target growth, setting 3 target growth areas. One, I'm probably going to pick a hard skill. That could be something like I want to see them grow in their skill of facilitating a discussion. I'm also probably going to pick a character trait of I want to see them grow in the trait of patience, or I want to see them grow in the trait of compassion. And then I think we have a big opportunity here with our interns is to pick a spiritual discipline that we would have them grow in, whether that's time in the Word or time in prayer. I think our vision of this internship needs to be more than, like you say, Doug, just using them to get work done, but actually seeing I have an opportunity to develop this college student as a future ministry leader, and I want to take that responsibility really seriously.
Okay, let me give you a scenario for a minute. I'm a youth worker, and I got a couple of guys that were in my small group a couple of years ago, and they're following in my path and going to school for youth ministry, and I want them to be interns because they're not just potential, they're my buddies, right? Or they're students I've known for a long time, and a lot of churches do this. And it's a great idea. So how do I break out of the usual patterns I'm in with my 2 buddies interns, and how do I really push them in this potential area? Because what you just described, if we could deliver that, that'd be a great internship.
Oh yeah.
So how do I kind of move past these are my buddies, these are my friends, this is going to be a great summer, to really turning this summer into a growth summer for these guys?
Here's my thought on that. I think you've got to set some clear expectations of what you're going to deliver and what you're going to expect from the intern. I think they've got to hear that, hey, this internship is not about hanging out. This internship is not about us getting to go out and do all of these crazy things together. I'm committing to you this summer to develop you, and I'm asking you to commit to being developed. And I think that's where the third component of our internship tool comes in, which is evaluation. I think every internship needs a regular structure, a consistent structure for evaluation where you stop the action and say, hey, how did that go? How are we doing? We like to use a tool called Target 3, which asks you to look at 3 things that you're doing well, 3 things that need improvement, and then 3 action steps. I think over a summer internship, you should have an evaluation weekly or bi-weekly. And it kind of creates this cadence of, all right, I'm giving you a new responsibility. I'm going to watch that play out, and then I'm going to evaluate you. I'm going to tell you what you did well, and I'm going to tell you what you need to improve on. And together, we're going to agree on action steps for the next week. And I think if you set an expectation with your intern that I'm going to sit down with you every week and do this evaluation, it changes their mindset from we're here to have fun and here to goof off to I'm here to serve and I'm here to learn and I'm here to grow.
And I think there's no growth without evaluation. Evaluation is the only way to grow, is to actually measure if you're doing well or not doing well. And I think for us, sometimes in ministry, we don't like to evaluate because it's hard to evaluate change. But if we can find a way, using this tool, you give some ways to be able to do it, we can actually evaluate, and that can actually produce growth. And if that intern grows, it helps the ministry, it helps them, it helps the church, and it helps the kingdom of God over time as they grow to become a more effective minister of the gospel in as many places that God will take them. So I'm a big believer in evaluation. I think anybody who knows me knows that. But I think evaluation is really a key to growth. And if you want to see your intern grow, be great.
And it's going to be uncomfortable at first. Most college students today aren't regularly evaluated. They may get grades, but that's not exactly true and honest evaluation. So expect that it's going to be uncomfortable at first. Expect that you might get some pushback, but if you keep at it and if you are consistently evaluating and consistently giving specific encouragement of what your intern is doing well, I almost feel like I can guarantee that they're going to be craving that evaluation by the end of the summer. That they'll teach your large group talk, and they'll come to you at the end and say, hey, I really want to know, how did I do? Because most students actually want that honest feedback because they've rarely gotten it in any other place in their life.
And it's given with love. It's going to be well accepted. And if you do the profile and you know how they receive encouragement, how they receive critical feedback, all of that will really help you to be able to do that right. We got another tool here at LeaderTreks called the Leadership Pathway.
Yes.
And it's how to take a student through the leadership development process. It'd be great for an intern over the summer.
I would.
And it would give you an understanding of what to do next in their leadership development. So I think they're $2. Check it out, really inexpensive, and it'll be able to help you to be able to develop that intern as you go. This internship blueprint is a freebie on our website.
That it is.
And it'll be tied to this video as well too, and you can get it. I'm telling you, it's great. It's easy to use. It's simple. It's not going to take you months or a week, or you're going to be able to work through it, and it's going to give you an idea of the steps that you can take, simple and practical steps to grow that intern. And remember this, if your intern has a great experience, they may come back. If your intern has a great experience, they're going to tell 25 or 30 friends at college. If internships in the summer are a big part of your ministry, then doing an internship really well, there's a real value for you in that. And remember that, that's really important as well too. So this little tool, totally free, grab it. We want to help you help your college students have a great summer internship this year.
Absolutely. I really hope that you accept the challenge to take this summer internship, make it beyond delegation, handing off those parts of your job that you're not so fond of, and actually see the opportunity to develop that intern in front of you.
Sounds great. Now, you never told me how we close this.
You say, we'll catch you next time.
Oh, okay. We're going to, well, I don't know if I really want to catch people, but we're going to see you next time on the LeaderTreks Trainingcast.
Take care.